My name's Tim Oliver. I work for a company called NexGen Tree Shelters Limited. My background is horticulture essentially, but for the last 20 years I've spent selling and installing plastic tree shelters all over the world. Now I work for NexGen, and NexGen are making a fully biodegradable tree shelter, which I'm extremely proud of. Anyone who knows NexGen will almost certainly know it as the sheep's wool shelter. This is the thing that everyone thinks of when they talk NexGen. Now, we're in Yorkshire, I'm looking around, and would you believe it, I can't see any sheep, but the point is, using sheep's wool, which at the moment is virtually unsaleable, especially the quality that we use the lower end quality wool, to make a tree shelter. 25% of this tree shelter is made of wool. To use wool to protect trees, it to me makes so much sense. There are other ingredients in here as well, it's not just wool. We have, it's almost like organic fibreglass. That's the easiest way to describe it. So the wool is the substrate. Then we have resin, and the resin is made out of a mixture of cashew nut shell liquid, which is amazing stuff, and castor oil. There is a little bit that we don't tell you about. Anyone who's done fiberglassing will know about the hardener. You put a hardener into the resin and that activates the resin, and then it goes hard after about an hour or so. Exactly the same with ours. The little hardener bit is the clever piece that took 2 years to develop, and we're not going to tell anyone what that is, but I can tell you it's fully biodegradable. Everything in our product is fully biodegradable. So it's like say an organic fiberglassing process that we use to make this, but those are the ingredients: wool, cashew nut shell liquid and castor oil are the main ingredients. In terms of the longevity of the product, we've had it tested. There's a company in Scotland called Impact Solutions. Impact Solutions tested the material for us. They did accelerated aging tests. They also did things like soil toxicity tests, pH tests, just to make sure that the material is completely inert, that it won't damage anything. They concluded that the material in this product is, well, as they classed it, bug fodder. So basically, as this breaks down and falls into the soil, bugs in the soil, microbes, fungi can eat that material with no harm whatsoever, and plants will happily grow in material that our product is degraded into. In terms of how long it takes to degrade, they tested it and confirmed that it wouldn't break down for at least 5 years. When it comes to the upper end, we honestly don't know. This is nearly 2 years old now, and that's the oldest established type shelter that we've got. So we don't know. Best guess could be 7 to 10 years, but it depends on so much. It depends on sunlight, it depends on, canopy cover. The things that break this product down are sunlight, soil microbes, and also frost. Because this product starts to break down, the resin is broken down by sunlight. As the resin breaks down, what's left is the wool that's in the material. Because there's not so much resin in there, then that leaves air cavities. Air cavities collect water over the winter especially. The water freezes, and that helps to degrade the product, and then it falls to the soil. So it's guaranteed, by the way, to last at least 5 years. We have a warranty on this. So anyone who buys our product can be sure that it will last at least 5 years. So when it comes to the cost of these tubes, they're probably about 2.5 to 3 times as expensive as plastic, but that's just the purchase price. If you look at the overall lifetime cost of this tube, this you will not have to remove, whereas plastic you will. A 1.2 like this, most people say by the time you've taken them off the trees, you've tried to re-nest them to compact them, you've packaged them up, you've got them to roadside, then you've got somebody to come and collect them for recycling purposes. By the time you've added all that up, you're probably talking about, on a site like this, which is actually a very convenient site because there's a roadside that goes past, it's easy to access, you're probably talking about a minimum of £1 to do that, and some places, imagine Scotland, Hillside in Scotland, you could be talking £2.50 to do the same job. If you add that cost to the cost of the plastic guard, you actually, in most cases, I would say, come out above the cost of NexGen. We're talking about the cost to remove now, and by the time these guards need removing, which could be 5, 6, 7 years' time, who's to say how much it'll cost then, if you can even find the labour. My particular bugbear, and not these 1.2s, my particular bugbear are the small tubes, are the spiral guards, or the vol guards and things like that. Trying to remove spiral guards from underneath a hedge at year 5 or 6 with thorns sticking in your ears and scrambling about underneath trying to get this. They crack, they break. Just a nightmare trying to get those things off. So we believe that this material, which we can use to make vole guards, shrub shelters, spiral guards, anything, the material can be converted to any kind of guard. We think this is the way forward.